Hi book nerds, Mary here. It is time for my December TBR. I cannot believe it's December. I think I'm in denial, but hey, at least hopefully I will have some time for reading this month. I have a lot of things on my TBR and I'm sure I'll add more throughout the month, but here's what I'm planning to read in December. For Agatha Christie book nerds, we are reading The Listerdale Mystery, which is a short story collection. It is the last short story collection we'll be reading for Agatha Christie for a while. We're planning to begin her bibliography again in January, so we'll start with The Mysterious Affair at Styles. But this month, we're going to do the short story collection. And as you can see, what I usually do is put some tabs in there, kind of tabbing out each story, because I usually just read these when I have a few minutes, so I want to see how long the stories are. Most of them are pretty short, but I'm excited to read this because I have not read this collection before. Next, for Stephen King book nerds, we are reading a nonfiction book called Faithful by Stuart Onan and Stephen King. I have not read this before. I can't say I'm excited to read it because I'm not a big baseball fan, but I am a big Stephen King fan. So it'll be interesting to see what I think of this book. It's about, let's see, a little over 400 pages of baseball. Wish me luck. For classic book nerds, we will be reading a short story or novella from Charles Dickens. This is a Christmas story collection I have. This story that we are planning to read is called The Chimes, and I am pretty excited about this one. I have not read this story before. I typically read A Christmas Carol each year, but this year I wanted to do something a little different, so we will be reading The Chimes. For Brandon Sanderson book nerds, we are reading Words of Radiance, the second book in the Stormlight Archive. This was an Infinity Star read for me when I first read it years ago. I'm excited to see what it is now that I've read most of Brandon Sanderson's bibliography. I will probably be listening to this on audio. It's usually about a 48-hour audio. And how many pages is in this book? It's about 1,100. Honestly, looking at this, I thought it was more, but I am so excited to get back to Words of Radiance. That's all of my book club picks for the month. So the rest is just what I'm hoping to read or what my mood is telling me I want to read. I did do a poll on several social medias asking what my next fantasy read should be. And this won by a very close margin. This is the second book in the Age of Madness by Joe Abercrombie, The Trouble with Peace. So I'm planning to get to this month if I can. It was interesting because I expected Babel or one of the John Gwynne books to win that poll. This won, but The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig was a very close second. If you've read that book, please let me know your thoughts on it. I've seen some mixed reviews. Next, I have Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. I became a huge S.A. Cosby fan this year, so I'm going back and reading all of his older books. This is one I want to get to this month because I have several that I want to get to early next year. So hopefully I can finish this one in December. And lastly on my TBR, The Cat Who Saved Book. I have read one other book by this author and I loved it. So I'm excited to get to this one. I feel like it will be a good palate cleanser after reading Blacktop Wasteland because his books can be a little heavy and this will be a little more comforting, let's hope. So that is my last book on my physical TBR this month. I also need to finish a few books that I've already started. I'm about 30% through The Devils by Joe Abercrombie on ebook. It's okay. Not loving it so far, but I will finish The Devils. And then I'm also reading The Mountain and the Sea by Ray Naylor on ebook. About 30% through that one as well. And then I only have a couple hours left of my audiobook, Crucible of Gold by Naomi Novik, which is in the Temeraire series. So once I finish all of those and get to this TBR list, maybe there's something else that will catch my eye that I will want to read this month. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know. I hope you have a great December and happy reading. Bye!